Hello, myself Ramakrishna here. Basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is integration. Integration, basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is future creations. So, another person told that what actually the city creation is and what is the future creation. So, another person told Sunil, basically, you are basically talking about future creation, basically. What is your future, basically? One of the person basically from satellite asked, basically. You are always telling basically that future creation basically. But what is your future? Basically? One of the person told that what is your future? So Sunil R. Nair told that basically. This is the future basically. I'm just see basically. I'm searching for job in software company and I am applying for the job basically. So see basically in front of you only basically I am applying it basically. So see. So apply. So we will apply in Vadodara city also. See. I am basically from Vadodara city. So I am applying for Vadodara city also. Because if I am local person basically, so I should get basically the more preference. But here basically in Vadodara it's totally different basically. The local people basically don't get the job, but outsider people basically gets the job basically. So see basically we will apply in Maharashtra basically, that in Maharashtrian Marathis area. One person told that basically if one of the Maharashtrian person is sitting at home basically as a software professional basically, he will never sit at a home basically. He will 100% gets a job basically. Why? Because they are Maharashtrian people basically. They are Marathis basically. Then one of the satellite person told that basically which caste basically you are from Sunil basically. So one of the person told that basically Sunil and I told that basically I am basically from Kerala basically. So your Kerala people basically don't help basically. Then he told that the Kerala people basically that means Sabrimala. Then basically the many basically places are basically in here basically the lots of temples are basically there basically they don't help basically. Then Sunil Arnaud told them yes basically they help basically. But Sunil Arnaud just told basically for the purpose basically so that basically it should not feel shame in front of the satellite group basically that Malayalis groups are not helping. So otherwise basically it will feel basically shame basically in front of the satellite group that basically you are basically Malayali and basically your Malayalis only basically are not helping you in Vadodara city. So see basically I have applied basically job basically in Mumbai also. One of the person told that basically you why don't you apply basically I will do basically something help for you basically. So see basically I am applying it basically. So see that. So I will obey his word basically what he's told basically. See basically. He told to apply basically. So just I am applying basically. See. So see basically. One of the person told that you are talking always about future basically. What is your future basically? One of the person basically asked the question basically. What is actually your future basically? Because he basically asked the question here basically. Because you are telling about future. But what is your future basically? So see basically the future. One of the person told that yeah in Vadodara city from satellite basically he told basically in Vadodara city there are many software companies basically. Many software companies are basically there. But basically nobody is helping basically. Then basically one of the person told that how they helps basically. When they get some big problem basically that time basically they helps. One of the person basically ask the question basically from satellite basically, then only basically they helps, or basically they get some very big problem basically, then they helps. Then basically one of the person told that basically need to check basically how they helps. So one of the person told that how they helps, na basically that need to check basically how actually they helps. So see basically one of the person told that you are not applying. So see basically mostly I have basically applied. So this is about the future basically of the Sunil R. Nair. That is basically Sunil R. Nair has applied for the job in from Vadodara city again. So again back to the our topic, that is futures. So that is vitamin A. So one of the person told that vitamin A basically contains this all data basically, and which basically is telling that basically where the blast is going to happen basically. Where the blast is going to happen. So one of the person told that is it basically, for example, one of the person told that basically one other person told that basically. I will take one example basically. Whether this type of thing, this type of artificial intelligence software basically can be prepared basically. That is this basically. See basically this. Can basically software company basically can reach up to this level basically, because it's very difficult basically, but software company basically can do basically. That is this, say basically.
અફસોસ એ 6 બાળકો હવે સહી સલામત બહાર આવશે કે નહીં તે એક મોટો સવાલ છે, કારણ કે આ તળાવની અંદર કીચડ છે અને ઊંડો છે આ તળાવ. તે લોકોને સહી સલામત બહાર કાઢવામાં આવશે? તે લોકો શું હજુ પણ જીવિત હશે? 12 બાળકોએ પોતાના મોત જે છે તે વહાલા કર્યા છે. આ બાળકો વહેલી સવારે પિકનિક માટે નીકળ્યા હતા. એમને ખબર નહોતી કે આ એમના જીવનનો અંતિમ પ્રવાસ હોઈ શકે છે. શિક્ષકો મારાથી બોલવું, હું અત્યારે બોલી શકું એ સ્થિતિમાં નથી. મારા માટે ખૂબ જ આંચકાજનક કે સમાચાર છે જ્યારે આમ.
So this basically happened. One of the person told that this actually happened. So one of the person told that basically, is it possible that basically AI tool basically can track basically, for example, everybody knows that basically the spot basically of the incident spots basically everybody knows. That is the roads, then basically it is the picnic places, then basically the highways, then basically the mountain ropes, then basically the rush areas, then basically the earthquake zone basically. So is it possible to track basically whether the person is going to die or not basically? Is that type of AI basically is available basically? Because this was incidents basically. Can basically able to track basically that this type of incidents basically can be happen basically. One of the person told that basically data basically are there basically. For example, in boat basically you can't travel more than this many numbers basically. If that is traveling basically, mostly basically boats basically travel over people only basically. But sometime basically the accidents happens. So that sometime basically can be tracked. One of the person basically AI tool basically person told that basically. Is it possible to track basically that sometime basically whenever the boat is traveling basically, before traveling basically, because after traveling basically there is no meaning of the data basically. So he told that basically, is it possible that basically this type of possibility AI tool basically can be prepared, because it might possible that basically this accident basically might happen to your city only basically. That basically happened in Vadodara city only basically, where basically Sunil R. Nair basically applied for the job basically for the project manager, and I am basically applying for many days basically. So one of the person told that, is it possible basically that anybody is the software company basically can prepare this tool basically, that is we will dump this data into the environment and basically the environment basically can handle the situation basically, that is the incidents going to happen basically, that is possible. So that type of thing basically mostly it's very difficult to track basically. But then also basically the group basically told that basically negative energy basically, whenever this type of incidents basically is going to happen, at that time basically the negative energies are basically near about the areas.